I hear about a time I busted a pedophile ring on total accident. So I was doing a surveillance case on like workers' comp, like insurance fraud stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Like people say they can't work because they're too injured. And when you do surveillance, you basically like follow your subject around really wherever they go. The grocery store, the mall, Disney World, outer space, whatever. Document what they're doing and you turn it into the client. So there I am minding this guy's business. First day I did surveillance on this guy. He stops at Walmart. He goes to the bank, runs a couple errands. He ends up at this internet cafe. And I'm going to keep it real with you. I didn't know what an internet cafe was. I had high-speed Spectrum at home. What the hell I need an internet cafe for? He brings this laptop bag inside. Now I don't drink coffee. It's disgusting. I don't know how y'all do it. But I imagine this internet cafe is equivalent to like going into Starbucks and getting some work done or something. I don't know. That place smells gross. Oh, that coffee. Ugh. Anyways, I couldn't justify going into this place behind him. Like, I didn't have a laptop on me. So I thought it'd look pretty strange if I walk up in there with no computer. Anyways, I made an executive decision not to go in. He leaves about an hour later. He visits 2 different private residences, goes inside with his laptop bag, and comes out like 15 minutes later. Anyway, so I finished that day of surveillance and went home. Well, I came back the next day and he does pretty much the same thing. So I'm like, dang, just get internet at your house already, Lord. Anyway, so now I'm establishing that this guy goes to this internet cafe every day because then he goes to the same 2 people's residence with his laptop after he leaves the internet cafe. I go back the 3rd day, but this time I'm gonna bring my laptop. So day 3, we go back to the internet cafe, but this time I'm right on his heels. So I walk into this internet cafe all willy-nilly, like I don't know what this place is, but we gonna learn today. I walk up in this place, all you could have heard a pin drop. You remember that part in the movie Elf when he says cotton-headed ninny muggins? And everybody goes, little by little, they started packaging up their laptops. There was about 7 or 8 dudes in there. Started quietly, but hurriedly packing up their stuff. Well, I get this eerie feeling in my gut. Like, some ain't right. But my guy was nowhere to be seen. Like, he's in the back somewhere, right? But I knew in that moment that I was not supposed to be there. They knew it and I knew it. So I skedaddled out of there about as fast as I could. I go back to my car and I move it so that I'm sitting like an adjacent parking lot so that I could see him when he came out, but he couldn't see me. This guy comes out and he's hustling to the car looking like this. Now, I knew something was wrong because that ain't normal. Well, he goes to leave and I know where he's going next. So I beat him to that private residence, the one he always goes to first. And I parked my car so that when the person who was visiting opened the garage, I could get the license plate of the car. Well, I do the second thing at the next house. And I told my client, look, I'm no rocket surgeon, but something ain't right. Well, I end up looking up the owner of the cars, registered sex offenders, both of them. Like, that's red flag central. So I ended up doing a little bit more digging into the internet cafe. The owner of the building, registered sex offender. Well, it don't take a rocket surgeon to know that sex offenders shouldn't be hanging out with other sex offenders. So the client asked me to get the police involved. So I call the law, give them all the information. Come to find out, they've been looking for them for 2 years. Turns out these guys are on the dark web auctioning off pictures of children. And because of this guy's workers' comp case, he led me right to every one of them. There's a special place in hell